Hello, my desktop publishing students. This will be your first chart assignment. Well, no, you've done about 4 or 5, but this will be the first one that you're kind of on your own for instructions. So you are to open up assignment number 730. It's actually called Excel SR7-30 and save it in your name. I've already done that and saved it in my folder because I want to save a little bit of time here. So first of all, there's a hidden chart here that you can't see at this point in time, and I want to go over that. So I want you to go to the page layout tab. So go to the page layout tab and you see the word selection pane. All right, go to selection pane, and you've been here before when I was teaching with you. And now take a look. Do you see chart 4? Remember I told you about the eyeballs? They're shut, right? So we're going to open up the eyeballs, and there you can see chart number 4. If I close it, it's hidden. So when you saw this, you didn't think anything was there, but you've got to remember to go to the selection pane to see if there is something there. Now take a look. Text box is on. It's off. It's on. It's off. So now we'll leave both things on there so that you can see it, and we no longer need the selection pane on, but just so that you remember that I did go over that with you. Okay? All right, now the next thing is that we are going to change this chart. Okay? So we're going to right click, we're going to change the chart type, and we want a 3D clustered column. So this is just a clustered column. We want a 3D. Now take a look at the name when I hover over top. 3D clustered column. All right, so choose that and now say OK. All right, so now you've changed it to a 3D. And remember how I told you about a 3D? We can do rotation on them. We can change it to cones, to pyramids, to whatever you want. All right, so that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to click on the data series. So click once. You should see the blue handles. Make sure you can see the blue handles. And then what have I always taught you to do? Right click and we want to go to Format Data Series. All right, and sure enough, Format Data Series is on here. And what do you see? Box, full pyramid, partial. So there's your full pyramid. There's your partial. There's your cylinder. And there's your full cone. And there's your pyramid cone. Now, your question asks you to play with them all and then end up and choose a cylinder or one of your choice. It doesn't matter to me, but there you have it. Now, this white part that you see here is the floor on a 3D. This is the floor, and we're going to do this in just a minute, but I'm going to change the data for you. Okay, so right here, we took the request for fee service, and we had Brandon, Selkirk, Winnipeg, and Dauphin, and in the 4th quarter, these were the number of requests that we had. So no dollars, signs, or anything like that required because they were just requests. All right, so now we're going to change the data. We're going to select different data. So remember, we right-click, we go to Select Data. Now, if it was easy to change just the numbers I showed you before, that would be great. But this one isn't. So I'm going to tell you to delete the data. Click on your little red collapse arrow, and now what we want to include is we want to include A4 down to A7. Okay, A4 to A7. Hold down your control key, and you're going to highlight from F4 to F7. All right, so now what we're looking at is the total requests for fees, and we've got the total row. All right, click on your little red collapse arrow, and you saw your things jump right away. All right, so say OK, and there now you have the new data. You see the names of the places, the offices in purple, and you see the total requests in blue. Okay, so now we've still got our chart selected. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to find the floor. Okay, of the chart. Now you can see it. Sometimes the charts just the way they are, you can't always see the floor, or you don't always see the side wall here or the back wall. All right, I want to show you those pieces now, okay? So what we're going to do, make sure you're on your chart area here, or your plot area. I'm on my plot area right now. So we're going to go to Chart Tools, Format. So when you don't know what a piece looks like, or you're looking for a piece, you're going to go to the drop down here, okay? This is your chart elements, and you're going to go to the drop down, and we want to choose the floor, okay? So choose the floor, and now do you see the blue handles on the floor? All right, what we're going to do is that when we say format the floor, you see it come here and you go to fill. Okay, let's just choose solid fill and choose something that, I'm going to choose something lighter, I think. Let me see if that looks good as the floor. No, I'll choose something a little bit darker than that. Okay, that's going to be my floor. All right, and we've changed the color of that. All right, now I want to go back and I want to go to the drop down here and I want to choose the back wall. Okay, now do you see the handles on the back wall? So I want to go to solid fill, and I think I'll stay in the greens and I'll go one shade darker than I went the last time. Oh, that's pretty dark. I don't like it. I'm going to go back up. Okay, that's better. All right, so that's my back wall. Now I want to go up here and I want to go to the side wall. Okay, and on the side wall, what color am I going to put in? Well, it's going to be darker. Actually, I think I'll let it fill in like that. That looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, and now you know the back wall, the side wall, and you know the floor. Okay, so there's 3 pieces there that you wanted to do. All right, now I also want to do, I want to click on your data series. Or actually, I can do it this way to show you. Okay, I'm going to go click on the drop down here again. And do you see Series 1? Because we only have one series, but Series 1. So do you see my data series has been selected? Okay, I could just as well have went like this and clicked. I didn't need to select Series 1. I knew what I wanted. All right, and so now it says Format Data Series, and it says Choose Vary Colors by Point. There's your Vary Colors by Point, and it picked up my green themes that I went through. So it looks quite neat. We've got the cylinders, it picked up the green theme, everything is coordinated. All right, so now we haven't done the chart title. Okay, so select the chart title for me. All right, and what we want to do is we want to go to text effects. Okay, text effects, or we can go here and choose a word art style. Okay, so I'm going to still stick with my green here, so I'm going to choose this green one, and now I can go to text effects and I can choose a shadow. Okay, your instructions say choose a shadow offset right. Okay, so it's got to be over here somewhere inside diagonal, offset right. Offset right. There we go. Okay, and so now I'll make this a little bit larger, the title, so that you can see it. I'll make it about size, 24. I can get away with 24. I'll do 24. All right, and I want to put a color on my shadow. So I want to go back to Format here, and I want to go to Shape Effects. No, I want to go to Text Effects. And I want to go to Shadow, and I want to go down to Shadow Options, and I want to choose a shadow color. So I'm going to choose Burgundy, and I want to move out, I want to move the distance of the shadow out so that you can see it. Can you see the pink coming out there? Okay, it's a little bit too far, but I just wanted you to see that. You can play around and make it look good. Now, because I made that larger, I'm going to click on this text box and move it over a little bit just so that that looks good like that. All right, so there, we've done that, and I think that's all that we have to do. All right, so now save your work, and remember we want to do our headers and footers. I want to go over this because this is what you will show me on the screen. So you're going to go to File, Print, and I want to get my printer ready here. All right, and page setup. Now in this one, I would leave it on portrait, so I'm not going to change that. Sheet, I still want to see the grid lines, the row column headings. That doesn't change. Header, footer, I still want to see your first and last name, so I'm going to do my first and last name. I'm going to go Shift Home, and I'm going to go to my capital A. I want size 20 or 22, whatever you want to do there. I want to have a color. Oh, not there. I want to have a font color. I'm going to go with red. It's easy for you to see. And I want to have Calibri. Okay, I want to have Calibri, so that's good. And then here we want the date and the time. And remember, you don't type anything in. We want the sheet name. Press Enter. We want page, spacebar OF, spacebar pages. All right, and that's all we want there. And then custom footer, we want the path and file name. Now, I'm still going to insist that you put a picture in, just so you don't forget how, right? So we're going to go to picture, and this is about vision. So let's go to Bing, and let's put in vision. And see what it comes up. Okay, so you've got lots of things. Ah, there's a pair of glasses. I like that one. That's good. Okay. And insert. Now, oh, hold on here. JPEG. Choose a JPEG or a PNG. Have they got any PNGs on here? No. Oh, yes, they have. Portable network graphics. So you can choose one or the other. It doesn't matter. So choose the JPEG. That'll be fine. Oh, it won't do it. All right. So let's go get a different picture. Okay, search, and I'll put in vision. And vision loss. Okay. Here, let's try this one. See if I can get it. All right, I did, and it looks like it was a large picture, so I'm going to size it down to 30% and say OK. And now say OK and OK. All right, so there you got it set up, but you notice that my text box is writing over top of my margin there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back here, and I've got to adjust it, or actually I've got room. I'm going to make this a little bit larger. All right, so now let's go back and take a look. So we're going to go to File, Print, and there you go. I think it would have looked better with, instead of having a white background, we could put in something light. So I'm going to go here to the chart area, and I will go back to chart area. I want fill. Hold on here. I'm on my chart area. Right click. Format chart area. There's what I want. Format chart area. And I want fill, and I'm going, not that. I'm going to go choose something really light. Yeah, I just finished it off, and I am going to put a border on it. Okay, so I'm going to use a solid line, and I want a dark green one, or a green that I can see, maybe this one. Okay, and I'm going to size it up. There. Okay, now it's kind of finished off. And you know what? What looks here on the text box, that, oh shucks, I didn't want to move that. Hold on. That's good. On your text box, there. On my text box, I want to fill it with something other than white. And again, I'll go with that light green. There. I think that looks better. And I'll try coming over here. Okay, so now let's go take it. That looks finished off much better. Okay, so let's go to File, Print. And that looks all right. The only thing I might have done is put this in a dark green and put these in dark green. But I'm going to run out of time on this video. That's something you can do. Okay, so put in the dark green on your category axis and put the dark green in here. All right, I have to stop. So that's good. Save your work, and we'll stop here. And that's the end of that assignment.